What's up guys, the new mini season for Fortnite Galactic Battle just dropped, and we have had 2 full days to play. I have had a lot of time to get familiarized with it, and here's a summary of the changes in the map and gameplay that you guys should be aware of. First of all, let's talk about the map changes. There are 4 new POIs. Number 1, First Order Base. This, as the name suggests, is the base for the First Order. If you are not familiar with the Star Wars series, the First Order is a military faction that seeks to restore the rule of the dark side after the defeat of Palpatine. You will hear this name again later in this video. Basically, these are the bad guys in the story. The First Order base replaces Demon Dojo from last season. In this POI, you will find Captain Phasma and his legion of stormtroopers. And if you take them down, you will be rewarded the mythic Captain Phasma's F-11D blaster and the blaster medallion. Number 2, Resistance Base. This is the base campsite for the Resistance. The Resistance are a military movement that was formed to combat the First Order's attempt to take over the Fortnite island. In contrast to the First Order, the Resistance are essentially the good guys in the story. Resistance Base replaces Whiffy Wharf from last season. Number 3, Outpost Enclave. This POI is placed in the bottom right corner of the map and replaces Hopeful Heights. Outpost Enclave is a desert and is a boisterous hub of smuggler activity where tensions are known to run high. If you drop here, make sure to check out the Parked Sandcrawler. If you are not familiar with the Star Wars series, this POI is inspired by the desert planet of Tatooine. Last but not least, we have Vader Samurai's Solitude. This POI replaces Shogun's Solitude from last season. Darth Vader Samurai has seized Shogun's Solitude and turned it into his own personal fortress. Defeat Darth Vader and his legion of stormtroopers and you will have the chance to learn the Force Saber Throw. Which brings us to a new element introduced in this mini-season, lightsabers and force skills. One of the biggest change in loot pool this season is the introduction of lightsabers. It's easy to misunderstand this as just a replacement to the Typhoon Blade or the Kneecapper from past seasons, but this is a totally different weapon in reality. There are 2 ways to acquire this weapon. 1. Learn the skill that comes with the lightsaber, or 2. Loot it off an enemy that you have eliminated. Let's talk about the learning the skills part. You can defeat Darth Vader at Vader Samurai's Solitude and equip his red lightsaber and the Force Saber Throw ability, which lets you throw your lightsaber at your enemy like a boomerang. Next, you can find Emperor Palpatine's holograms at the red marks on the map, and if you make your way to it, you can equip his red lightsaber and the Force Lightning ability, which lets you shoot a ray of electricity. This destroys enemies' health, bushes, and structures, while also stopping vehicles if you shoot at it for a certain period of time. Finally, you can find Rey's holograms on the blue marks on the map and equip her blue lightsaber and the Force Push ability, which lets you push your enemies back. This is best used to push your enemies off of an edge or into the storm, but do keep in mind that this does not deal fall damage. All of the abilities acquired stays with you and is not attached to the lightsaber you acquired. So if you swap lightsabers, the abilities stay with you. You are also able to learn only one ability, and it is the first one you learn. Abilities learned after that are all disabled. If you acquire your lightsabers through all of the methods above, you are able to block shots, run faster, and to double jump in the air while equipping the lightsaber, and this negates fall damage. However, if you just looted the lightsaber off of someone you eliminated, the lightsaber is only a melee weapon that lets you block enemy shots too. Do note that you are only able to block enemy shots for a finite number of shots, and enemies are able to spray and cancel out with one. Next, let's talk about the rest of the weapon loot pool. This mini-season, Fortnite vaulted all of the guns of last season and replaced them all with blasters alongside vaulting all ammo boxes. In the pistol category, we currently only have the DL44. In the SMG category, we only have the CR2. For shotguns, we have the ACP Scatter, which is equivalent to the Pump Shotty, and the BARM ST12, which is equivalent to the Tactical Shot. For assault rifles, we have a bit more of a variety. First off, we have the DLT-19, which is equivalent to the Tactical AR of past seasons. This gun shoots fast with a tiny recoil but has a lower damage per blast. Next, we have the DC-15 Heavy Blaster, which is equivalent to the Heavy AR of past seasons, more widely known to the Fortnite community as the AK. It even has the same recoil pattern. The only AR with a sight in this mini-season is the A280 CFE. If you're spoiled by the Hollow Twister AR we had last season, this is probably the gun you levitate towards. But do be aware of the lower damage of this gun compared to the Hollow Twister AR. Finally, we have the E11s, which are the default weapons dropped by any Stormtrooper that you eliminate. These are equivalent to the Ranger ARs in the past, has a chunky amount of bloom and recoil, and I really don't see anyone preferring these over the rest of the assault rifles we have in the loot pool. Last but not least, we have the IQA-11 Marksman Blaster for the DMR category. This gun is the only non-hit scan weapon in the loot pool as of now, but in the right hands, I think this is the weapon everybody should be afraid of because it deals a whopping 66 HP damage per bullet with no damage drop-off range. Finally, let's talk about the mythic weapons and medallions in this loot pool. You get a mythic DL44 pistol from defeating Shogun X on the island, alongside the Super Shield medallion from last season. Yes, you heard that right. Shogun X is still on the island, even if it's a Star Wars season. The Super Shield medallion pops a shield bubble when you heal. You get a mythic First Order F11 AR from defeating Captain Phasma alongside the Blaster medallion. This medallion extends how long it takes a blaster weapon to overheat and reduces its cooldown time, essentially giving you an extended max effect paired with a sleight of hand effect. Last but not least, you have the most powerful gun in the game, the mythic IQA-11 Marksman Blaster. To obtain this weapon, you have to present a Jedi Padawan lightsaber, aka a blue lightsaber, to the General Grievous NPC north of the Flower Fields. And finally, let's talk about vehicles. The sports cars and SUVs from previous seasons stay in the game, but in addition to those, we get the Imperial TIE fighters and the X-Wings. Both aircrafts have blasters and can absolutely demolish you if you don't have cover, so be careful when out there in the open. Fortunately, both can be easily shot down, and you deal a significant amount of damage to the opponent when you shoot these down. All aircrafts recharge their HP after getting down, and can be downed for a total of 3 times before they explode and disappear for good. That's it for a summary of this mini season. I hope you guys enjoyed this new format of videos I'm testing out. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next one.